Patrick.
Gonna do it?
Yeah, just sit out and monitor
Yeah,
Facebook.
Stephanie.
One, two, three, testing. Hi Pam, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Welcome, everybody, to the Rye Town Council meeting of November 9th, 2023. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Heavenly Father, bless this assemblage. Grant us the wisdom to make every decision fair-minded and in the best interest for all its residents. Amen.
Hope, roll call, please.
Councilperson Pamela Jaffe.
Here.
Councilperson Jalak Sorak.
Here.
Councilperson Thomas Nardi.
Here.
Councilperson Lizanne Jackson.
Here.
And Supervisor Gary Zuckerman. Here.
I would just like to note that Councilwoman Pam Jaffe is appearing via Zoom. She is out of town on business. Welcome, Pam. That's the beauty of technology. And I would also like, I would also like to congratulate you on your reelection to your council seat. And I'd like to introduce Randy Sellier, sitting in the back, our newly elected councilman. You want to just say hello to the people? They're all waiting for your appearance.
Hello to the people. Right at the podium.
At the podium.
You have to do, just say hello. Step up. To the podium. Oh, step up to the podium. There you go.
Say hello to everybody and how glad you are to join us.
Hello to everybody. How glad I am to join. No, I am. I look forward to working with the board that I've been assured is filled with very nice people who won't bite my head off too often. And I know that it will be very difficult and probably impossible to replace Lindsay Jackson, who I know has become well-respected and indeed well-loved from everything I've heard. But I will do...
I don't know who you've been talking to, but I'd
Was
like
that $100? Like, no. No, seriously, I look forward to hopefully making as they say, a positive contribution to the work of the board and to the town.
Thank you, Randy. Appreciate it. And welcome. And we have to set a date for the swearing in on or after January 1. First item of business, adoption of the minutes of October 19th. If there are no additions or corrections, may I have a motion and a second?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. We're on delay there. Presentation. Town Clerk Hope Vespia presenting the 2024 tentative budget to the Town Council.
I'll start over here.
Thank you.
It's also on your
Yeah, it's on the top.
screen. And
For-
Pam, it's on the tablet as well for you.
For all those watching, if you check your agenda, the tentative budget is part of the agenda package and is available to everybody. Make sure the press gets one. I'm sure they're going to want, oh, they have one. Okay, good. There is no further action required at this time regarding the acceptance of the budget. We now have it. And after public comment, we'll deal with it further. Next item is public comment on non-agenda items. Is there any public comment from the vast numbers of the audience in attendance? If not, Patrick, do we have anybody on Facebook?
I've got a few viewers, but no one's wrote any comments.
Okay, very good, thank you. Our next item is a resolution setting the date for the public hearing for the 2024 preliminary budget for December 5th, 2023. Everybody have that? May I have a motion and a second?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
On this one, please call the roll, Hope.
Councilperson Jaffe?
Yes.
Councilperson Axelrod?
Yes.
Councilperson Nardi?
Yes.
Councilperson Jackson?
Yes.
And Supervisor Zuckerman?
Yes. Our next resolution is changing the date for the regular December meeting from December 21 to December 14. And there is a reason for that. Hope, as clerk, would you explain the reason for this change?
Yes. The 2024 budget has to be adopted by December 14th. So therefore, we are,
By December 15th, right?
I believe
we're
it's the
setting it-
14th.
Well, we're setting the
We're having it, right,
right,
Yeah.
we're setting the date of the meeting for December 14th.
right. And normally our regular monthly meetings are the third week of December or the third week of every month. So we're changing the date, as we normally do every year.
Right. Okay, with that in mind, may I have a resolution changing the date of the December meeting to December the 14th?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Hope, please call the roll.
Councilperson Jaffe?
Yes.
Councilperson Axelrod?
Yes.
Councilperson Nardi?
Yes.
Councilperson Jaffe? Jackson?
Yes.
And Supervisor Zuckerman?
Yes. Next resolution is awarding a 3-year, oh no, I skipped one. The awarding a bid for the Crawford Park Recreation ball fields. This is a I don't see the resolution. Hope, where's the resolution?
It's on the resolution 6.2.
Nope,
No, that's a date change, sorry, wrong one. 6.3. I have it on mine.
Did you refresh maybe?
Yeah, try refreshing.
Your resolution's on yours?
Yeah, it's on mine.
Can't even get on here right now. Stephanie?
You want to see, you want to use mine?
Well, I approved the resolution, so I
Yeah.
know I approved it. The question,
know.
the question is, why isn't it on my
Steph, I
tablet?
can't get the resolution. Maybe I,
It's not in the book that you printed out either.
Pardon me?
It's not in this book either, so,
okay, let me,
yeah, I'm just saying.
I thought I published it.
I have it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, right there. For the contract for Crawford.
Yeah, but you don't have the resolution.
Yeah, that's what's
You don't
missing,
have
is the
the
actual
Oh,
resolution.
okay.
Okay, why don't we go to the next one, and then I'll publish this one. I don't know why it's not there.
Okay, so you'll, okay.
Right.
So we'll skip down. We'll do the next resolution. To award a 3-year preventive maintenance contract for the Crawford Mansion HVAC system. That's as set forth in the resolution, to Johnson Controls. I think everybody has read this. Vic, do you want to just tell us what this is about, please, very briefly? This is a 3-year contract for $8,735 year one, $9,347 year two, and $10,002 for year three to Johnson Controls to maintain the system. And we had a bid process, and just explain briefly what we went through so that the public is aware.
Yes, our former contractor, DJ HVAC, sold their commercial end of the business, and they sold it to United AC, which is down the bottom there. We didn't use a contract the last 2 years with DJ because their price was well over the United AC's contract, which was $13,697. So we still had them come and do the preventive maintenance, and it still ran us over $10,000. The biggest problem with DJ is this room. There's sensors in here, but they couldn't find them. We have no control of the temperature here. As you usually see, we have fans running. There is a thermostat for this in the office back there, and it doesn't seem to work with it either. They have what's known as a metastasis control system, which was part of the original build to this building, and it's a sensor system that's throughout the building. DJ was not able to do it because Johnson Controls owns the contract to that. So it is Johnson Controls. So instead of having other HVAC people come in here and pay them for the maintenance and then having Johnson Control to add to that, why not have Johnson Control do the whole thing? Plus their prices for the 3 years are cheaper than the 1 year price of the other two.
Controls in the past years, and they're a good company, and their technicians know what they're doing because they're all trained for their controls and stuff. So they're a good company.
All right, thanks, Vic. May I have a motion and a second, please?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Hope, call the roll, please.
Councilperson Jaffe?
Yes.
Councilperson Axelrod?
Yes.
Councilperson Nardi?
Yes.
Councilperson Jackson?
Yes.
And Supervisor Zuckerman?
Yes.
Okay, it's up on.
We
Addicts
can go
for you.
back now? Okay.
It's right under the other.
Let me reload the agenda. I still don't see it.
Yes, look at 6.1, and then you hit resolution award and bid for renovation.
Okay, no, that's the, not 6.1.
6.4.
I moved it up a little.
No, that 6.4 is the HVAC, 6.3.
Do you want me to read it? Yeah.
Show me where it is here.
I have it.
Oh, here's, it says Reso, okay. No, that's Johnson. Come on. So it's just 346.
Here it is. No, that's a bid analysis. Just go up. Oh, gosh.
All right, let's do it a different way. Let's have the clerk do the clerk job.
Refresh it. Okay, wait a minute. Do you want me to read it?
Well, or you can summarize it like I usually do, or you can read it. That's your choice.
Okay.
Well, you know what, let's do it a different way. Vic, why don't you tell us what this is about, because you and Gary G were in charge. So, this is a contract, this is a contract that went out to bid to replace the fields. That's just a bit of, yeah, to replace the playing field at Crawford Park. We have a $200,000 grant arranged by State Senator Shelley Mayer to defer most of the cost of the replacement. So if you check on you have a bid analysis. We had two bidders. One was Greenway Properties, and one was DeRosa Sports Construction. And the low bidder was Greenway Properties. There were two alternates. One alternate to use hydro seed rather than turf, and the other alternate to keep the green waste on site. Vic will speak in a moment. He's recommending that we keep the green waste on site at a savings, and that we use turf instead of hydro seed, which costs a little bit more. So, Vic, you want to explain the rationale behind those two things?
Well, if you know my background, my agriculture, part of it is turf management. Hydroseed is a great thing, but hydroseed, some of the advantages, it's a slurry mix that's mixed with fertilizer, seed, and kind of a glue that holds it to the surface. It encourages deeper roots. You can pick your blend of seed how you want it, and it'll establish to a stronger, more resistant lawn. Disadvantages will not be an instant lawn. We're probably going to have to reseed in spots because there'll be bare spots. It can tolerate moderate rain. This is big here because the storms we've been getting lately are heavy. And if we have heavy rainstorms, when this is put down, it'll wash. So we can have a big area of the field that might not have any grass seed at all, and we'll have to do it all over again. There's a smaller window to establish it. Timing is important, and it takes a lot more water than sod would. Sod is an instant lawn. Root system's already there. It's ready to take root, and it'll be ready in a shorter period than hydroseeding would. The biggest disadvantage to sod is the cost. I recommend sod because in my background, it's going to knit tighter, it's going to be ready right away, and yes, it will cost a little more, but we may not have to do it again and constantly reseed.
So- Yes, the one with the numbers?
Yes.
Okay.
Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Council of the Town of Rye hereby authorizes the Town Supervisor to award the above referenced bid to Greenway Property Services of Rye, Brook, New York, in an amount not to exceed $297,900.
Thank you.
And enter into a contract to effectuate same as soon as practicable.
May I have a motion and a second, please?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any further comments? If not, please call the roll.
Councilperson Jaffe?
Yes.
Councilperson Axelrod?
Yes.
Councilperson Nardi?
Yes.
Councilperson Jackson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zuckerman?
Yes. Thank you all. The next two items are tax cert settlements. The attorney of record was our special counsel, Dan Tartaglia, but Dan is at a hearing tonight. Jeff, you want to go over these? First one is 135 Pearl Street LLC.
So what I'm looking at now is our spreadsheet of all of our tax cert cases, which the council and the public should be reminded that they're all for public view. It's all public information, and it's updated fairly regularly. So if anyone is interested in the magnitude of tax cert cases and those who brought them against the town, you can see that. And this case is 135 Pearl Street, which is a miscellaneous service building, and it's located in the village of Portchester. And fortunately for this case, our counsel, Dan Tartaglia, did a very good job, in my opinion, of negotiating the settlement, which does not result in refunds. So that's very helpful for the village of Portchester and very helpful for the town. And that's that case. And the school district, of course. And on these cases, it's been our practice to alert the stakeholders, the villages, the school districts, et cetera, as to what settlement is coming down so that they can budget appropriately. And so in this case, that's 135 Pearl Street. The next case is, yeah,
To that,
sorry.
I just want to point out that the original petition goes back to 2017 through, and it's through 2022. Petitioner withdrew without settlement the first 3 years, and the next 3 years have been settled for relatively small amounts. The largest decrease is 235,000. The smallest is 170,000. So that's an excellent job that Dan did. We're going to vote on this before we get to the next one. Any questions? Motion and a second, please.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Call the roll.
Councilperson Jaffe,
Yes.
Councilperson Axelrod,
Yes.
Councilperson Nardi,
Yes.
Councilperson Jackson,
Yes.
Supervisor Zuckerman.
Yes. And the next one is Lotipac Holding, 204, 210 Westchester.
That's right. So this is a multi-use building. It's also located in the village of Portchester. And it's a building its assessed value is about $3.8 million. And again, this case was negotiated by Dan, and the school district and the villages are informed about it and have been at several points along the way. And I do want to add one thing, that Charlie, our assessor, also gets involved in these negotiations, and we work very closely with him, and he's been very, very helpful since he's come on board in helping us settle these cases to the benefit of all stakeholders and being fair to the property owners as well.
Any questions? Again, the first 3 years here were also withdrawn. Motion and a second, please.
So moved.
I'll second.
Hope, please call the roll.
Councilperson Jaffe,
Yes.
Councilperson Axelrod,
Yes.
Councilperson Nardi,
Yes.
Councilperson Jackson, and
Yes.
Supervisor Zuckerman.
Yes. Thank you. That completes that part of the agenda. We have reports. Let me start with Charlie. Want to-
The assessor's office has nothing to report for this month, which is a good thing, I would say, but we'll keep you updated on any new things coming up in the next couple of months, but as of right now, the office is just working on its normal daily course of business.
All right, thank you. Nick, are you on? The receiver? Mr. Receiver, we are not on? Is Nick on, Hope?
I don't think he.
Okay. He's
I
not?
don't see Nick.
Okay. Well, look who's here.
Hi, everybody.
Debbie says, are you in the Bahamas?
Yes.
See, the miracle of technology. Well, you're at the end.
Okay, excuse me.
Is Dave Burns? I think Dave is away as well.
Right.
Is Davy Burns on?
No,
Nope.
no.
Nope, okay. And Vic, do you have any report, either for Crawford or as Director of Parks and Facilities?
For all of you that hadn't come to our Halloween experience, what a day that turned out to be. We probably had close to 400 children trunk or treating, and the concert went real well, and about 200 people stayed around to watch the movie after. Got nothing but very good compliments from people who did attend. Also, I don't know how to move this onto the, it's on the back here. December 9th is our Holiday Lights Festival again, and we're looking forward to that and planning, and
Can you tell us what's in store for holiday lights,
yes.
besides lighting lights?
We have 6 food trucks, put in a horseshoe around the back with, what do you call it? Huh? No, we don't need any more. And then they don't want to come because they're not making anything. This year, yes, the fire pits. Thanks, Deb. It just, you know. We have 3 fire pits in the back, and we put the picnic tables, metal picnic tables around them. We have music this year, starting with the Blind Brook Band, moving on to the Westchester Children's Chorus. We have the Portchester Band and the Portchester Choir, all to play in the back, eating up about 3.5 hours of the 4 hours we're doing this. We have our Christmas train, or holiday train. We have Santa and Mrs. Claus again. We'll get their pictures taken. We have elves also, yes. We also this year have the Westchester Children's Museum. We're talking about, what was the solar people, Deb, that I've reached out to, but they'd like to be a part of it.
I'm not sure what they do.
Yes.
We're looking into it.
If they're a company that provides solar power to the community, that's certainly in line with our mission.
And we have the bouncy castles in the front. We have games supplied by Todd Yanni upstairs on the 2nd floor. So it's been a...
Middle school also is sending a choir.
haven't received that, so that's why I just reported on who I've received. Okay, and you're welcome.
Jeff, do you have any other report?
Not at this time.
Okay, that's the attorney report. And the clerk's report is submitted.
Yes.
Anything to, anything to add? No? Good. Our next meeting is on December 5th, and then we have the meeting on December 14th, where December 5th is our first public hearing on the budget. That will not be closed, that will be continued, and we will, at our meeting of December the 14th, we will close the public hearing and vote on the budget. And there may be other items on the calendar at that time, depending on what is transpiring in the town. Okay, and with that, council people, anything to say?
Just wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in December.
And a happy Veterans Day, and acknowledge the service of those who served.
Yes,
This
we
country.
all owe a huge debt of gratitude to those who serve. And we've seen firsthand that the world can be a scary place, and we need people who are willing to fight to protect us. And we all are very appreciative of it.
Thanks, Jill, and we are gathering at Monument Park on the 11th, on Saturday, the 11th, at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. on the 11th. Okay, very good. And with that, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.